You have $50,000 in your pocket. You walk into a boutique, ready to spend it. But the shelves are empty. The salesman doesn't want your money. In fact, he tells you there's a 5-year waitlist just for the privilege of buying their entry-level model. This isn't a supply chain issue, and it's not a manufacturing error. It is a calculated psychological operation that turned a non-profit company into the most powerful gatekeeper in history. Today, we're going behind the curtain of the Hans Wilsdorf Foundation to uncover how Rolex convinced the world that scarcity is more valuable than gold, and why the waitlist might be the greatest lie ever sold. Welcome to the dark side of luxury. To understand the waitlist, you have to understand who actually owns Rolex. Most people assume it's a group of greedy shareholders on Wall Street. They're wrong. Rolex is owned entirely by the Hans Wilsdorf Foundation. Because it is registered as a private charitable trust, Rolex doesn't have to report its profits to the government. They don't have to answer to investors. And they don't have to care about selling as many watches as possible. While companies like Apple or Samsung are obsessed with quarterly growth, Rolex is playing a game that spans centuries. Their goal isn't just profit, it's perceived immortality. They intentionally limit production, not because they can't make more, but because the moment a Rolex becomes easy to buy, it ceases to be a Rolex. By keeping the gates closed, they've turned a retail product into a Veblen good, a product where the higher the price and the harder the access, the more people crave it. But how did they get the world to agree to this? To find out, we have to look at the salesman's secret script. If you walk into an authorized dealer today and ask for a Submariner, the answer is almost always no, but that no is the most expensive marketing tool in the world. In traditional economics, if demand goes up, you increase supply to make more money. But luxury isn't about economics, it's about social signaling. If everyone can buy it, nobody wants it. Rolex understands that by making you wait, they aren't just selling you a watch, they are selling you status. The wait list acts as a filter. It separates the people who have money from the people who have influence and patience. There is a secret script used in these boutiques. You are being interviewed as much as you are shopping. They want to know, are you a collector? Or are you a flipper? Because in the world of high-end horology, the brand protects its image by choosing its owners, rather than letting the owners choose the brand. This manufactured scarcity has created a secondary market so inflated that a watch can double in value the moment you walk out the door. But there's a darker side to this scarcity, a grey market that Rolex can't officially control, but secretly relies on. Have you ever tried to buy a luxury watch and been turned away? Tell me your boutique horror story in the comments. Subscribe and follow for more.